is Alyssa.
And I'm Emily.
And you're listening to Slash&Slay, a horror podcast. Welcome to a new week, everybody.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Happy end of February.
Yes, I can't believe it's already almost March.
February went by super fast, whereas January was like
a
nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah. March is going to be crazy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a
Busy
wedding.
girl.
Yeah, I have a wedding in Orlando.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I leave on Saturday morning, the 7th or 8th, whichever one is a Saturday, at 4 a.m.
Ooh.
I have to go all the way to Washington, D.C.
Oh.
to do a layover.
Ew.
And then we go to Orlando. The cocktail rehearsal dinner's at night. Wedding Sunday. We come back on Monday.
Oh.
So it's a quick turnaround.
Yeah. Can't even go to Disney World.
No, can't. Have that. And then have my anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm. Have a whole day planned for that.
Whole day. The Barstool races in Edam. Have to go to that because then my friend Heather moves the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be sad. And spring break.
Yeah.
No, doesn't really apply to me, but
Unfortunately.
applies to a lot of the people in my life.
Yes. I have, what do I have?
In March, the Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games, obviously.
Number one priority.
Jury duty.
Woohoo!
And then I have a baby shower. So.
For who? You?
Yes. For me. Announcement here.
Imagine. I'd be like, Gara,
I was
what?
like, yes. For real.
Gara, huh?
What happened?
What do you mean?
What happened?
You didn't want to tell me before. Oh, you know what else happens in March?
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
That's
It's
your
also
anniversary.
National Women's Day month.
Yes, but it's apparently not being
Not around here, partner.
not being addressed because it's freaking DEI. Get that freaking I out of here.
DEI. Even though it does benefit white women more than any other minority group, but whatever. Because it is the closest minority group to a white man, I think. So that's why it benefits the most.
Exactly.
Also, our 100th episode will be in March.
That's true. Very soon, y'all. Can you believe?
Can you believe?
I
can't believe.
100 episodes.
We had some exciting announcements today. A new Rachel Harrison book will come out. Are we so excited?
I'm so excited.
September, that's so far away.
I know. She always has releases in September. She's like on the clock every year.
So is Emily Henry. Emily Henry is coming out very soon. Her new one. Kind of forgot everything that it was called or what it was about or anything. But it's okay. I'm so excited for that one. And you know I don't like Haunted House.
Right. You're going to like this one.
I know I love this one.
You know.
Rachel, it's Rachel.
The cover is so cute. She always has such cute covers.
Very cute. Yes. Thank you for doing the Lord's work by having a cute horror girly cover.
Amen.
Speaking of cute horror girly covers, do we have any Slash&Slays?
I definitely do. Have kind of a lot.
Oh, okay, great.
Because I finished Wayward Got Home for Witchward Guides.
Excuse me? Did you just have a stroke?
What the hell is it called?
Home? No, wait.
Wayward
No,
Home
Girls for... Wait.
Hold on. It's over there.
Wayward Girls for Witches and Bitches.
Wayward...
Oh.
Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. Uh-oh. I think I turned off.
Oh, no.
Shit. Hold on. Never mind. I did not cut off.
Which waffle wayward
Which
goes?
waffle wayward goes? I think I was like combining like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and...
I thought you were combining Guide to How to Sell Haunted House.
How to Sell Haunted House and also...
Yeah. Have you ever read that book?
Which one?
Hitchhiker's Guide to...
I haven't actually.
I read it once. Long time ago.
A long time ago. They also made it a movie, didn't they?
Yeah, I can't remember a single thing from the book or the movie.
Me neither. I don't know if I even saw a movie.
I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you finished that.
I finished it.
Are you gonna do a Slash and Slay, or are we gonna do an episode on it, you think? I feel like I don't think I could talk about it for an
I
hour.
cannot talk about it for... Have you finished it?
No.
Okay. Well, then I feel like I could save this for like next week or whatever when you're done with it.
Okay, yeah, I will be done with it. I just have
Okay.
to finish some more important pressing books.
I understand. So
you're not gonna Slash nor Slay.
So never
but you
mind.
did.
Ignore that I even brought it up.
Okay, no, that's
But I did
okay.
finish it. I did finish it.
Okay.
Literally, like, I think I started reading it like the night after we recorded. Because I was saying, I don't know, and then I just picked up, read it, and then I was like, oh, wait, it's good now.
Mm-hmm.
I just needed a little break, I think, from it.
Yeah. I'm actually enjoying it,
Yeah.
but it is a little
Sluggish.
A little
at times. Let's see. Okay. I also listened to the audiobook Youth Juice by E.K. Sathu. I think that's how you pronounce the last name. It was interesting. I don't want to slash it.
What's it about?
So it's about a woman who starts working for this beauty company. And of course, like the boss is like, you know, the epitome of perfection and smooth skin and perfect, you know. And they have a new product and it's called Youth Juice. And the boss has her try out the product. And it's just like, it's about, you know, the pressures women put on themselves to be perfect. Like, pretty standard in that regard. I feel like the messaging was pretty standard. She wrote a lot of, like, there was like a simile every other sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of like just comparing things.
Mm-hmm.
And some were like, I was like, oh wow, it's like an interesting way to compare that. And then some was just like, was that necessary? Like, did you have to like insert that simile here?
Where it was just overkill.
It was overkill. And then some of them were like gross.
Oh.
It's just kind of like, ugh.
Ew.
Like, I went like that a lot. And I was listening, I was like, ugh. Why'd you just compare that? Like,
That to that.
that's gross. And it was a lot. It was just like a lot. It was like literally every other
Ooh.
description was just like a simile. So.
I mean, you can slash it. It's okay.
I know, but it's like, I did finish it and I like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I always think if I finish the book, that means I liked it.
I think you just... needing to see what happened doesn't mean like...
True.
You know,
But I liked it.
It does not a good book
I
make.
think it was just maybe a little too standard messaging for me. Like, we've heard it before. Like these like women who feel like they literally need to not age.
Yeah.
And like,
We know.
yeah.
So it wasn't anything new or different.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like especially if you have things like The Substance that came out this year, like that's very different than the other messaging. And then I read Rouge by Mona Awad, I think is who wrote it. And I mean, it was like kind of the same as that, like, a product, whatever. But it also dealt with a lot more than just like youth. And
Yeah.
it was also kind of like weird. I don't know. It was very, very weird. And it wasn't like my thing.
This did too, a little bit, because like there was elements of like she would kind of go back to her past with like a friend that she had, but to me they never really correlated. She had dermatitis dermatillomania. And you like
Trichotillomania?
I think it's dermatillomania.
When you
because you like
pick
pull your
hair?
No, you pull your skin off your nails and your
okay.
hands.
Ouch.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay.
I guess that was different.
So it means that's how it correlates. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this girl's had Tom Cruise living in her mirror, and he was like evil. It was so weird. It was like a fever dream of a book. And there was some evil jellyfish.
That would be scary.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise was living in your mirror.
I'd be like, Scientologist.
Get away. Ah. I have more, but go. Do you have any?
I have 2, but they're from the same series.
Same series?
The same series. I finished the Black Winter series by Darcy Coates again. I finished. I'll remember it. Whispers in the Mist. Secrets in the Mist.
Girl,
Something
don't ask
in the
me.
Mist.
They're really literally over there, and I couldn't tell you.
Something in the Mist. There's something in the mist, and I'll just look it up right now.
Did you have the same feelings?
Whispers in the Mist and Silence in the Shadows, which I finished today. Yes, I had the same feelings. I think the second one is my least favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I said the hateful, evil things I said last week, which was that they fell in love too soon, which is just not true. And
right.
I'm so wrong for that. And I should be held accountable for my actions.
We're holding you accountable right now.
I would do anything in this world to meet Doran. And I would do anything. And I mean that with my whole heart. He's the perfect person. I actually made a TikTok about this. And I think the first time that I read these, I was really blown away by all the sweet things that he said to Claire. And he'd always be like, my darling, blah, blah, blah. Oh, so sweet. He was just always knew what to say, always was there. And he would be like, I'm sorry for, letting my trauma, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, it's okay. You're fine. All that. Oh my gosh, especially the part in the last book, he says something like they're about to go on the raid whenever they go to the safe haven that's in the mall. Yeah. And they're going to go raid that big place for fuel. And
right, yes.
Claire's like, well, I have to come too. And he's like,
right.
Are you freaking kidding me? Every time. And so she was like, I'm going to go. And he was like, but you're so soft. And she's like, rude. And he's like, no, this world is so hard and you've kept your empathy and you're so soft. And, he said this such poetic and it was so beautiful, whatever. Anyway, the first time I read it, I was thinking about all the stuff that he said. And then this time I was reading it, I was noticing all of the things that, little things that he did that I was like
what?
the perfect man. There's one part that really got me, which is, it's so dumb. It's literally the bar is on the floor, ladies. But he saw it was when the big forest fire was coming towards them.
Yeah.
And he's like, guys, you're going to want to see this. And then Claire comes over and he's standing on a trailer hitch and he extends his arm out to her to help her up. And I was like, he's seeing an entire forest fire coming towards him and he still is
let me help you up.
Still considerate enough to he's just so good. And I slay it so hard.
We love him.
I love them. Yeah, I don't know if I love the books. I think I just love Doran. Just kidding. I love the books, and
you can't have the Doran without the books.
So true. I do love the books, and I wish there were more of them, and I want Doran to be safe and loved forever.
Me too.
And I forgot how creepy Mother Gum was.
Yeah, that whole... Oh my gosh, yeah. I could not stop yawning.
It's okay. We're just sleepy girls today.
I am so sleepy. Yes, that part.
Mother Gum.
Because it, like... It's always... Humans are scarier than anyone else.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
So...
That's it is. It is terrifying. And the Beth stuff really got me this time too.
Mm-hmm.
More so. Yeah. But I slay it. Slay. Yeah. And I do like the third one with the when they go to the institute and everything.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one, the last one, I think I love it. And it also is like the saddest one because you're like, they just want to go home. Like, guys, let them go home. Right. And then it's like, la la la, we'll be there in a few days. Giant hollow.
Yep.
You know, car destroyed. Mother Gum. Go get the fuel. And so and gets drugged.
Yep.
You know.
And then when they get to the house,
when they finally get home, the mom's alive.
Like, gotta fight her off. She literally, like,
Claire almost dies.
Yeah.
Beth comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mess. It's a mess, but we love it.
We love it.
We love a mess.
Yeah. Love it.
Well,
What else did you read?
Well.
Well.
I also read Practical Magic, which Emily has given me. I still do have, like, 20 pages maybe left. 30 pages.
You're almost done.
I'm very close to being done. And I slay it.
Sorry, God.
I love it. It's like, it's just so, it's different. It's just different. And I've sobbed the whole beginning. I was like sobbing. Just like talking about grief and stuff. I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Get some more backstory too. And more like, into Sally being a mom.
Right. And it's kind of crazy, like, none of it takes place actually at the aunt's house.
Yeah.
None of it. Like, just the beginning, the very beginning. And then everything else is, like,
sometimes they go there. And then it's, like, not.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're going to go on vacation to see the ants.
So that's interesting. And there's, like, more characters. Obviously, like, the daughters are older. And... then there's, like, there's a lot more sexual speak in it, too.
Yeah.
Ben Fry.
They be fucking.
They be talking about fucking.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I slay it. I'm not done, but I know I slay.
What if it just is completely
it's like,
horrible?
I'm like, the end.
It's the worst.
Slash.
No. It's a slay. It's a slay. And we love practical magic.
Mm-hmm.
We love witches.
We do. Actually, I have a friend who is actually a witch. She's in a coven.
Ooh.
For real. She's like an audiobook narrator friend.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Very Witchcraft for Wayward Girls.
Witchcraft for Wayward Girls guide.
What kind of witch is she?
I'm not sure. I need to ask her.
Interesting. I find it very interesting.
It is.
It is.
And there's such a stigma, especially how we grew up.
Oh, yeah.
There's such a stigma about it.
Like, no, it's actually just, like, a different form of...
spiritualism. Yeah.
Like, they just think that the earth is...
right.
And the elements and everything are just in charge of everything. And that's okay. They can believe that if they want to.
Yep.
And they can do whatever they want. And they're not trying to kill anybody, guys.
Right. Not yet.
Not yet. I think I would be a witch if I could do it in a way that I don't have to buy things. Like, I want it to be in, like, I grew this, and, you know, like, I don't think I'm set up to be a witch at this point in my life.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I need, like, an herb garden.
Mm-hmm.
And
I want to start an herb garden.
Yeah.
It's one of my goals this year.
You can do it.
Thank you.
Right out there.
Yeah. It's a good little place.
Yeah. Some lavender.
Mm-hmm.
Thyme.
Rosemary. rosemary, basil.
Is cilantro an herb?
It is. I heard cilantro is actually really easy to grow, and but it takes over everything.
I bet.
Same with mint, I think, also does.
Oh, mint.
But
Ooh, mint.
I want to try.
Yeah, you should.
See if I got a little green thumb.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hold on. It's fine. Having audio issues today, y'all.
Do you have anything else to slash and slay?
Yes. So I watched a movie with my husband on Saturday night called Humane, and it's on Hulu, and it's basically about like this kind of futuristic world-ish. It's not really that futuristic, but it's like the human population is too great, and so like they are basically taking volunteers to get euthanized. Right?
Sign me up.
So there's like this rich family, and the dad and the stepmom are gonna, have volunteered to be euthanized, and they bring all their kids there to be like, bye. And the stepmom like bails. She's like, bye, I gotta go. And so
she doesn't want to do it anymore?
Right.
Okay.
She disappears. And so the people that come to like do it, they're like, they euthanize the father, and they're like, the thing is, we need 2 bodies.
Yeah, we have to leave with 2.
So like, y'all are gonna decide which one of you is gonna get euthanized.
Ooh.
You have 2 hours. Like, and it's like these like kind of terrible spoiled brat like children. Yeah. So.
Ooh, it's like Mr. Beast games.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Did you watch that?
No, but I know.
Yeah.
I know about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would slay it. It was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched a documentary. Stayed up till 2 a.m. last night watching it.
What's it called?
It's called American Nightmare.
Ooh.
It is insane. It made me so angry.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting riled up.
I gotta watch
I was flipping off the TV. I was like screaming. I was just so mad.
What's it about?
Okay, so you might have heard it because it was like, mainstream media news and stuff in 2015.
Oh, okay.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
And it's about this. So the first episode talks about, it's like this man wakes up. This man is like woken up in the middle of the night by like lights and stuff, and he has this like with his girlfriend, and he's like sedated, and then he wakes up and like calls the police. His girlfriend had been kidnapped.
Aliens.
And and he like it goes to the police, and the police like don't believe him.
Anything, yeah.
They don't believe him. They think he killed her. It's just like, if you want to watch it, I'm not going to spoil anything.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to watch it.
American Nightmare.
Okay.
So watch it and tell me. I slay it. It was like really well done.
Is it the same story?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Yeah. It'll make you so angry.
At the police?
Yes.
Oh, slay.
Yes.
Actually don't. It's like my second biggest fear is being wrongfully accused.
Mm-hmm.
But I love watching it because at least I know there's justice sometimes.
Right. Right. When you're watching it.
Yeah. And you're like, obviously.
And they're interviewing the people, like,
at least
like,
some people believe.
Right.
Know. Yeah. So you slay it?
I slay it.
I didn't watch any horror movies. Oh, I watched Fargo actually again yesterday.
Yeah.
And Bryce pointed out that Steve Buscemi in Fargo is like my top tier, S tier 100, number one love of my life. And and the first scene that he was in, Bryce just goes, he looks just like Bill Skarsgård. And I was like, there we go. There. Now
he is though. If you do a side by side, he looks like a younger
God.
Steve Buscemi. It's crazy.
Yeah. So I get it.
And then when you put him together, you were like, oh yeah, because Steve Buscemi is hot.
He is so hot, guys. I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about. Him in Fargo, when he got blood all over him, forget it. He's just like, Bill Skarsgård, but better for me because he's a little shorter.
Right.
Bill Skarsgård way too tall
He's
for me.
very tall, yeah.
So Fargo's still one of my top 3 movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Love that movie so much. Slay. Do you have another one?
I think that's it. Oh, I did watch the Gabby Petito documentary.
I was going to talk about that. I haven't watched it yet.
I did
too
watch
sad.
that.
I already lived
Again, very just like
angry
and sad, yeah.
Did you find out anything new that you didn't know?
No.
Because I feel like that, yeah. It's like everybody.
Not really. I think maybe I didn't know like the whole like the the events surrounding them finding her body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I knew that, but
I don't think I know that either. I know finding him.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole deal.
Yeah.
Some
people think he's still alive.
Yeah. Honestly,
because the parents were like not. His parents.
I would not cover for my child.
No, not in this instant. No.
Not in. If you break the law, I'm so sorry. Like, I'll go visit you in jail. I'll give you money for the whatever, your concessions, whatever they're called. But I won't be.
But the links they went to?
Yeah, they're crazy.
Insane.
They're crazy. I started playing a new video game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Stray.
Mm-hmm.
I played it when it first came out, some of it. It's about a cat in a post-apocalyptic world.
Fun.
And it's freaking sad.
Oh, no.
Right at the beginning, I'm literally trying to play this so that I can grow thicker skin when it comes to cats because I just can't. And so the little kitty's with his little friends, and there's 4 of them, and they're just going outside, and there's obviously there's a lot of rusty tubes.
And you're playing
and
as the
pipes.
cat.
Yeah, you're playing as the cat. There's rusty pipes and things like that, and you're just jumping around, blah blah blah. And then there's a cutscene, and he falls.
The cat falls?
And then you see his 3 friends looking down, and he's looking down at them, and then he falls, and he lands in what is called the Dead City, and it's overrun by robots.
Oh.
But his little leg, he was limping, and then he went thunk and passed out. Oh, I started crying. It was so
that's
sad.
just have you ever seen literally the saddest scene on the fucking planet? I will still sob to this day. Homeward Bound. Have you seen it?
Yes.
When Shadow is trying to get out of the mud pit.
Yes.
It is the saddest.
I'm about to cry right now.
Me too.
That movie's a horror
That
movie.
movie is horrible. It is so fucking sad. And he's an old golden retriever, and I had golden retrievers.
Yeah. And he's so sweet.
And he's so sweet, and he's just been the leader, the strong, and they can't get him out, and then it's they leave him. He's leave me. Just leave me in this mud pit.
Yeah.
And he's covered in mud.
Yeah.
And then I start thinking, how did they get the dog to do that? What'd they do to that dog to
Why
make
did that
do that?
dog act?
How did that dog act like that?
Why did that dog
Well, how was that dog talking?
How does that dog not have an Oscar right now?
Oh my god, it was so fucking
Homeward
sad.
Bound should not be a kid's
And then,
movie.
at the end, of course, the dog, he comes home, and that's also, you're sobbing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're where's Shadow? Where's Shadow? And you're, waiting and waiting, and he's he's not there. What happened to him? And then he comes, limping.
Yeah.
He's,
limping.
It's
so
it's
sad.
just,
No, literally so sad. That's how I felt.
It's the worst.
That's how I felt. And that was right at the beginning, within 5 minutes of the game.
Oh, that's awful.
And then I immediately stopped the game, and I looked up how fast can I play this game so I can get him to reunite with his friends.
Yeah.
He never does.
Never?
There's supposed to be a second one.
Does he find happiness at all?
No. I know. I'm I don't.
A robot cat that's really sweet or something?
No. He did make a robot friend already.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm just scared that it's already been horror to me.
Yeah.
Personally. But it's fun so far. Exploring the city. But Homeward Bound is not a kid's movie.
No, it's awful.
It's horrible. Oh, also Eight Below. That was one of my favorite movies. Did you ever watch that? With
Yes.
Paul Walker?
Yes.
I watched that movie many times.
Tuned it out.
Because it's traumatic.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, but I would watch it over. That's why I wanted a husky for the longest.
Uh-huh.
And now I have one. It's something else. Now I have one, and no. And
But she also doesn't live in the...
No, she does not.
She lives in Texas.
She lives in Texas. She loves the heat,
Yeah,
honestly. She loves to sunbathe like I do. But she, one of the dogs dies in Eight Below, and killed me. Killed me.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The cat does not die at the end of the game, though. I did look it up because I couldn't handle it if that happened.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
moving on to a different note altogether is our slash and cage of the day.
it's a slash and cage of the
Or the
month.
month, not the day.
month. A very good one for February.
Yeah, good one for February. Valentine's Day, that sort of thing. We watched Nicolas Cage's 1988 Vampire's Kiss.
Yes.
Now, if you want to see a skinny legend, Nicolas Cage, young
Everybody
eyebrows.
in that movie, skinny legends, honestly. They were all
Yes.
on cocaine, must have been.
Right. He
It's the 80s.
definitely seemed like he was the whole time.
Acting, yes.
Again, always preface, but Dussy
Yeah.
acted out the roof.
Yeah. Did you know that Dennis Quaid was originally the one that was supposed to play him?
Really? I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it for
He
sure.
backed out. And then Nicolas Cage.
Was this one of his first
Nicolas Cage's?
major roles?
I think it might have been his first.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he was very young. And okay, first, the accent.
It was like,
What was he going for? I don't know if it was like...
I read some about it because it has a cult following. There's a lot
Okay.
of internet memes from it.
Yeah.
The iconic Nicolas Cage, like, iFunny meme was from that movie. And he decided to do a different kind of acting,
Clearly.
It was definitely giving, like, Jim Carrey method acting.
Yeah.
It was, the accent was, like, Cartman from South Park and Trump.
Yeah, and a little British thrown in there.
Yeah. And, like, I think they called it something like, he was trying to do a little bit of Transylvanian, too, which is so weird. Honestly, what the part that I find most shocking about this movie is it is basically American Psycho.
Yeah.
If he thought he was a vampire instead of a serial killer.
Okay, yeah.
It's basically that.
Yeah.
But before it was even...
Right.
out, So, we have a New York bachelor.
Like literary agent.
Yeah. He's a bachelor who is in therapy because he can't find love and he doesn't understand why. He obviously just wants love. He gets triggered by love because he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
And he
like,
takes home this girl. Rachel? Or is Rachel the other one?
Oh, Jackie's the first one.
Jackie.
That's the one where this bat flies through the window.
Yes. Jackie's a fun time. She's very beautiful.
Yes.
He's like, I like you, whatever. They start going at it, and a bat flies through the window. And she runs away, laughing. And then they go somewhere else, and whatever.
And it was a stuffed animal bat, essentially.
Yeah, it looked like a Muppet bat.
Yeah.
I will say that I loved the opening and I loved the music. I think that they really don't make movies like that anymore.
Right.
Where it's like, this is a movie. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Here's like 2 minutes of titles and stuff.
Yeah, and like...
It always reminds me, Aristocats
Yes.
has the best opening, and I just like, it takes me back
Yeah.
to childhood of putting on that VHS
Yeah.
for Aristocats, because I watched that movie all the time.
Me too.
And just listening to the beginning and
Yeah.
The
I'm a huge fan of credits.
Yeah, they need to bring it back.
Because I think it really helps you like
get
okay,
into
this
the
is
world.
The movie. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't like cold opens as much, I don't think.
Right.
I want to get into it, ease me into this world. Like we're in New York.
Yes.
This guy's in therapy. You know, and we get some nice music, very dramatic Phantom of the Opera, vampiric music. So I really liked that. And I think the lighting was good too. I think it was just very like
It's very 80s camp.
And I really liked that.
Yes.
Honestly. So anyway, the bat.
The bat.
And then he goes to a club the next day trying to find love again.
As always.
And accidentally takes home
Rachel.
Who
they're going at it.
Also beautiful.
Also beautiful.
Yeah.
Wears pasties.
She
knows that.
Yeah.
And
he has a type.
He does. And they're going at it, and she bites his neck and starts sucking on his blood, and he likes that.
He loves it.
There
is no vampire movie without sex of some kind. They go together. Like no.
And then he like terrorizes his poor.
I didn't understand.
I didn't understand the reason for her, besides just to be like her. Only purpose of her was for him to terrorize, but for what purpose? Like,
I think the only thing that I really got out of that was this was a relationship in his life that he didn't pursue romantically, and he doesn't know what to do with a woman unless it's to sleep with her.
Right.
And so his back and forth control, manipulation, gaslight, and all of this threatening, all of that found an outlet in her. And
where he chases her into the woman's restroom. Yeah,
I think we could also see his madness descending by the way that he treated her. But I also I'm like, why? Like, why can't we do it a different way? Like, why do you have to terrorize this poor girl who's just trying to do her job that I know you don't pay her enough for?
Right.
I feel bad for her.
I did too the whole time.
Yeah.
She's just terrified. Like, had to go back to work to this like man who like is literally chasing her in the halls and screaming at her.
And chasing her to the bathroom and being like, shoot me. Yeah.
And eventually,
he tries to get back with
Jackie.
But Rachel's like,
Yeah.
So we
see mine, that. And she keeps like biting his neck.
And he's like, oh man.
Oh, and he also like he cuts himself. He doesn't have a mark on his neck. But he cuts himself shaving, and then he like puts a Band-Aid there, and he's like, this is where she bit me.
Yeah. So it's like all of this. It's that same thing in American Psycho where you're like, you're full of it. Like you're not actually doing any of this.
Right.
It's fake. You know, like you're not actually a vampire.
And at one point, the coworker, Alma, was that her name? Alma. She is like, she goes to her brother and she's like, I'm scared of this guy.
Yeah.
Can I have some? She has a gun. She's like, can I have some? She asks for bullets, right?
Yeah.
And he gives her blanks. Does she know? I can't remember. Does she know they're blanks? Okay.
Yes.
So just to kind of like freak him out and scare him.
Yeah.
And then they're like working late at night
because she has to find this.
She has to find this contract. She's like pulling her hair out trying to find this contract.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm gonna fire you. I'm gonna
And he's like in the his office, and like Rachel appears to him and bites his neck again, and then she's like, hey, I have like the contract, and
I found it.
He then starts chasing her.
He's like, it's too late.
Backs her into a corner, And luckily, we don't see anything. I mean, he rips his shirt open, but we don't. If they didn't say, we wouldn't know that he.
Yeah, because I didn't know.
I didn't know until they actually said it.
Yeah. Which I then also, I don't know if he means penetration, our word.
Right.
Or if, because the same way that Rachel continuously bites him, that's what he did to.
Right. But I will say Alma's like, she's beside herself.
Yeah.
Like, it's like.
She was violated regardless.
Yes.
Will not argue that.
Something very bad happened.
Yeah.
And he, like, then he's like, well, I'm going to kill myself. So he puts the gun in his mouth and he shoots it, and the blanks come out. So then he's like,
I'm immortal. I'm a vampire.
And he's running through the streets like, I'm a vampire.
And he keeps, like, for some reason not seeing himself in mirrors.
Yes.
But, like, he's there. We see him in mirrors.
Yeah. He destroyed his apartment. That was before.
And he starts sleeping under the couch as though it was a coffin. Yeah. Uh-huh. He keeps imagining Rachel's there as well, like trying to give her morning coffee. Mm-hmm. So we're watching him really lose it.
Yeah.
And be like, I need to go to therapy 1 minute, and the next minute, he's like, you're dumb, And at the end he
goes to buy those teeth.
He does buy the teeth.
He buys some teeth because he's not actually getting fangs. So he just
because he's not a vampire.
He's not a vampire. He buys some teeth. He goes to this club and he literally is like acting like Count Orlok.
Yeah, he's literally like
the way he's like, no.
Yeah, his like
pretty
mouth,
funny.
Like he looks ridiculous.
Yeah, and
even the girls like making fun of him.
Yeah,
he's like, 'cause he literally watches Nosferatu, the 1928.
Yes.
At one point with Rachel, and she's like, "LOL, what a silly movie."
Yeah. And then is it before or after when he bites the girl?
Before what?
Rachel. He sees real life Rachel.
Before.
He bites her before.
Yeah.
Or sees Rachel before.
No, he bites Rachel.
Okay, yeah.
Or
so
bites that girl before.
Yeah. So he goes into this room and he meets this like blonde, and she's like, hi.
Hey.
And then he bites her with his real teeth and like kills her.
Yeah.
It's not a joke. Ugh.
Nasty.
Nasty.
What a way to go.
And then he's in the club and he sees this girl and he's like, that's Rachel. And he's like, it's Rachel. And she's like, oh, yeah, we had a date like once.
Yeah.
Like, who are you? I don't really know who you are. So he just further fabricated her in his mind.
And that's another thing. It's like, it reminds me of the first Joker too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where he just makes up everything.
Yes.
So nothing that he says is real.
Right. We're seeing that more and more. And he has like a wooden piece of wood that he's like made into a stake, and he's like wielding it around and stuff. And there's this whole scene where he's like having a meltdown on the street, essentially thinking he's in a therapy session. And I like how they did that. Like it cut to him looking like an insane, crazy person on the street, blood on his mouth. And then he's in the therapy office and he's like, his hair's normal, all nice, and he's like, and he is, and there's like, I don't really get the point. I guess the woman, I guess I do get the point. I don't know. There's like a woman that comes in.
And it's his perfect ideal woman. And he's going to be happy now because he thinks that'll fix everything.
Yes. And the therapist like sends them on their way.
And she's like, I'll take care of the police.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And then he's just like arguing with her.
Yeah.
Fake, this not real woman. Immediately arguing with her.
With the love of his life.
All the way to the apartment, up in the apartment. And at this time, Alma had told her brother about what happened with this man. And he's like, I'm going to take care of that. Yeah. I'm going to take care of that. So we have Nicolas Cage going crazy and climbs under his couch when the brother comes in. And he's like, what's going on? They're so confused.
He wants to die. Nicolas Cage wants to die. And then the brother's like, okay, and just plunges the stake into his abdomen.
Yes.
And he dies.
Yes. And
then Rachel goes, "Dream of me, my
yes,
sweet
she appears
whatever."
to him one more time.
Yes.
And that is that.
So it's a story about a semi-suicidal, but indirectly suicidal man who has delusions. All he wants is love, thinks that he'll get it that way.
Right.
It's I mean, I think it was really like funny at some points.
Yeah,
at the beginning I think it was funny.
When he ran, it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
He ran funny.
I thought he was, really funny, all cool, everything. I think the parts that just was like, I think I could have done without the R wording.
Yeah.
Because I don't see what that added to anything besides giving it motivation for
the brother
to
right,
like a plot thing.
Then is like, oftentimes that's what they do, right? They use women as a plot device for men to
take action.
Yeah.
So whatever. Also, it was reminding me of another movie too. But I can't remember. What did I say? It reminded me of The Joker.
The Joker and American Psycho.
American Psycho. Can't remember what else. But he was really giving me a lot of Trump vibes, TBH. And so I took it upon myself to look up some 1980s Trump things. And there's an article that said that the 1988 was when this movie came out, was when Trump started kind of going crazy also. And that's when he cheated on his first wife, actually, which was interesting. He also predicted that he would make a good president in 1988. So also going crazy on Oprah.
It's definitely crazy talk.
Yeah. So I do wonder if there was some inspiration. Because he was a, big public. He was obviously on Oprah, 1988.
Right. But if it didn't come out till 1988.
No, but, maybe the vibes.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely, had, the kind of the swagger.
Yeah.
Of a young Trump, I'd say.
Yeah.
In many ways.
It was just something else.
It was something else. It was a choice. I mean, I like the fact that it was just very different.
Yeah, I do
from anything we've really seen from him.
And definitely cult following.
Yeah.
Can tell that
it was more of a comedy role.
Yes. I mean, it is considered a black comedy.
Yeah.
So, I agree. I think that it could have been, I don't know, I think a funny black comedy vampire movie set in New York that I think is much better, in my opinion, is, what's it called? Vampire.
The Eddie Murphy one?
Yeah, the Eddie Murphy one. Have you seen that one?
Mm-mm. You told me about it, though.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called now. I'll have to look it up. But I think it's
better.
Much
more
better.
Well done.
And
maybe just, the budget wasn't that big on this.
No, there was, no way.
I mean, it's a very typical 80s movie.
Vampire
you think 80s
Brooklyn,
movie, the visuals.
80s movie in New York.
The effects. Yeah.
A puppet bat.
The coloring for 80s. So.
It was, I don't know. I think it was doing a lot. Maybe if we focused on maybe a little less, could have been more.
I think if we focus a little less of him being so yeah.
It was very Mask.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I think the problem is he was crazy to begin with.
That's true. Because when he was talking to the therapist, when he was being quote unquote normal, I was like, why is he talking like that?
Yeah, he was crazy to begin with, and we didn't see that much of at least with Patrick Bateman, you see he's crazy, but it's like the descent is more subtle, but also like dramatic. I think this one is more like very, very, very like violent in a way, because he's just like destroys his house for no reason,
right?
All of a sudden,
he gets a little mad because there's like a note from this woman that he stood up.
Yeah, and then
it's very fragile man ego.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. He's just very like fly off the handle. Like it makes me wonder, how did he get to where he is with that attitude?
Right.
But he's a white man, so.
Right.
I think he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Well, he's dead now.
Yeah.
That character. So.
Yeah.
So, Emily, do you slash or slay it?
I think that it is. I think like I would slay it because it's campy and like funny and fun, whatever. If it wasn't for like the R word, like I just don't.
Yeah.
I think that it was just, and I know it's a different time, whatever, but that doesn't make it okay. Like,
right, it's unnecessary.
I just think it was like a little glazed over, and
like he could have just like done what he did, like he's attack her, try to bite her neck, even like vampire, and not
like if I had like told my brother like he bit my neck, and then like I tried to shoot it, like try to scare him away with the blanks, and he wouldn't do it, and then try to kill him, like I think he'd be like, well, that's crazy, like let's get involved in some way,
right? I think that's still motivation. This guy is terrorizing your sister.
Yeah,
I think it's still motivation. So to at least like maybe even just to go to his house and to talk to him, which
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think they don't have to include it. I'm gonna slash it because I would never watch it again. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody.
I think I would, just to be like, you gotta see what this crazy Nicolas Cage movie is. Like I think I would watch it again just to be like,
maybe coming at it with another perspective now or something.
But I don't know. I think I would watch it again, but I think I'll still have to slash it just because.
Yeah. Women are not plot devices.
Yeah, I just felt really icky about that whole thing and the way he treated every single woman in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
there wasn't any like sympathy, like at all.
No, I mean, but I slay like American Psycho, obviously, and there's no sympathy there.
I thought there was a little bit more sympathy there. I haven't seen it in a really long time.
From him?
For him? I don't know.
For him?
I don't know. Okay, maybe I need to rewatch it.
Girl, nah.
Girl, nah.
For him, nah.
Then why do so many men relate?
Because they're crazy.
I know.
I think I slay American Psycho because I see the message that like they're saying, and I think that it's obviously presented everything that he's doing is wrong and bad, and I don't think that I think the women are like characters, not that they're like necessarily important characters in the story, but I think that it's not just like glazed over, like kind of the way that
this was.
Yeah. And I get that he's trying to rationalize being like, you just raped her, it's fine.
Right.
I get that, but he wanted to die anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he got what he wanted. He didn't get any repercussions for any of his actions.
Right.
He just got to die.
Yeah.
But whatever. What do I know?
What do I know?
Go.
Guys, I think we've almost been doing Slash and Cages for a year.
Slash and Cage.
We haven't done 12, but...
No.
What is this number?
9 or 10, maybe.
9 or 10? Because I know we missed... I think there was only 2 months we missed.
Yeah.
So.
I am sad, though, that we've had 2 slashes in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, we gotta get a good one.
Gotta get a good Cage movie.
Get us a Slay, please.
We need a new Nick Slay.
A Nick Slay, yeah.
A Nick
I mean, we slay Nicolas Cage, of course.
Oh, yes, always.
He was great.
Just his movies.
Fantastic.
And he's not afraid to go for it.
He's not afraid.
I will say that till I'm blue in the face.
Yeah.
Not afraid.
Till you're a vampire, you'll say
Till I'm a vampire, I will say it again.
Say it and slay it.
Slash&Slay. Someone's coming through the door right now.
You can welcome them in because they're a vampire.
He's a vampire.
Welcome in.
Welcome in, vampire.
That very Nicholas Cage of yours.
Hello. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode.
And watch Vampires Kiss on Tubi.
It's on Tubi. It's free.
It's on Tubi. It's free.
Take a gander.
I think it's worth a watch.
Emily thinks it's worth
so
a
that
watch.
you can slash it.
So that you can understand what we're saying.
Yeah, because it's really hard to honestly describe what's happening.
Unless you see it for yourself. So
just imagine the Joker, American Psycho,
Jim Carrey, all inside Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. I feel like I really wish I remembered what other movie I was thinking that it reminded me of. But just imagine that. And they're vampires. Yes. Maybe. Oh, well, thanks for listening. Follow us on Instagram at /and/say/pod or on TikTok at /and/say/pod.
Yeah. And, guys, we're coming up on 100.
Woohoo.
So I hope that you'll stick around.
Stick around for the big 100.
Yeah. And who knows? After that, we're going to delete everything we've ever done.
Yeah, and start at 1.
And start over. And it'll be like we're a new podcast.
Oh, my gosh.
What if we did that?
That'd be crazy.
Should we?
We have nothing to lose.
Should we? Literally.
Okay.
Love you guys.